Soulslikes! You either love them, hate them, or have a toxic relationship that you can't get away from, but one thing's for sure, and that there is an absolute fuck ton of them out there, making it pretty hard for us to decide what to spend our time on, which is why demos are an absolute godsend. So when looking for the PlayStation Store, I found AI Limit. And look, anime girls whacking demons sounds like a pretty good time to me, so of course I tried out the demo, and what did I think of it? Well, let's get into it. Keep in mind, this game comes at a price point of 25 to 30, which means this wasn't created with a high budget, so this isn't going to be to a quality that you would expect from the likes of FromSoftware to put out, just to keep expectations low. The premise of this game seems to be interesting from the little amount of story the demo gave us, but AI Limit takes place in a distant future where civilization is pretty much doomed, and to bring life back to the world, we are playing as a blader called Arisa. And would you look at that, we have no memories of what's going on, and to get them back, we have to find branches which perform as this game's bonfires as we make our way through the city of Havenswell. Now, the game off the bat doesn't give you the greatest first impression, as the demo takes place in a level that we have never seen before, being sewers. And I'm not going to pretend I have a majors in level design or anything, but when you've been in so many sewers in gaming, it feels like you've been through them all and probably smell like it too. So maybe it would have been a better idea to have the demo take place further into the game, where we could have had an area that would have been more fun for us to go through, that could have been more visually appealing. But I will say that there was a segment where we had to run through a tunnel with big fuck off robots shooting lasers down at us that actually got my heart going, so I'll hold him to that one. This demo gives us 3 different weapon types to choose from depending on your playstyle, being a longsword, twin blades, and a great sword. And personally, I chose the twin blades as I like to pretend I'm a ninja. And these weapons all come with unique skills, with some feeling impactful and others not as much. The cool thing is that you can equip 2 weapons at the same time and actually change them mid-combo, so you could charge an enemy with a great sword, and as you get closer, you could switch to dual blades in one smooth animation, which I thought was a pretty cool feature. Loot-wise, you can find various pieces of armor and equipment from enemies and lockers, and while I thought the outfits looked pretty good, I didn't find many weapons that were stronger than what the game had gave me prior. Leveling-wise, it's exactly how you expect a Souls game to function, except the stats are a bit more simplified, making it easier to create a stronger build. Surprisingly, there isn't a stamina bar in this game, but what we do have is a sync rate system. As you attack enemies, this bar will increase, and by getting it to 100%, we are able to deal more damage. However, as Arisa takes damage or activates different skills, the bar will decrease, and with our skills being ways to parry, block, or deal extra damage, this causes us to think about how we tackle different situations. And I can say that I really love this system, as it's the main mechanic that separates this game from the rest of the Souls-likes out there. Other than the fact that we don't lose all of our souls upon death, as in this game, we only lose a portion of them depending on our loadout. I'm kind of 50-50 on this, as I can imagine this can cause grinding issues down the line while taking away the fear of losing all of your souls. So I don't really have a preference on this, as it's a wait and see situation on how they scale the levels as the game continues. Moving through the levels felt pretty good, as the controls are pretty much what you expect from a Souls game. However, when it comes to combat, it's almost close to being good. But improvements are definitely needed, mainly in the dodging and animation pacing side of things, which were mainly prominent in this demo's boss fight. I'll admit, this one kicked my ass a number of times, but what made the fight less enjoyable is that there would be times where I feel like I dodged out the way, only to be hit. And with parrying being extremely tight on timing, I found myself primarily using the shield. Between attacks and healing, I feel these animations are slightly too long, as they leave us unable to dodge out the way of attacks, and since this boss attacks very quickly, it felt kind of unbalanced. But hey, this could just be a case of me being ass okay, and playing on the PlayStation 5 didn't help my situation, as even on performance mode, it would drop in frames and stutter quite often, which is confusing considering there's not much going on visually, so this is looking like an optimization problem more than anything else. AI Limit looks like it has the potential to be a good game in the Souls market, especially with its anime art style and unique game mechanics. But personally, I don't think I will be purchasing this at launch, as it feels like it needs a few more patches. But if you're someone who likes to play Souls games regardless and are looking to play something that won't break the bank, I think overall AI Limit will be a good time, especially when it's had a bit more time in the oven. But hey, that's just the bozo talking on the internet. Don't let me decide for you. Go and try this demo for yourself, as there's a chance you may like it a bit more than I did. But other than that, I wish you a good rest of your day, and until next time, I shall see you when I see ya. See ya!